Just wait for a few minutes. Yes, very good morning to everyone present here. I welcome you in the first lab session of DBMS. Let's get started with the things which are going to uncover in the entire semester as far as lab is concerned. Now, as we have already discussed in the lecture that DBMS we do not have programs in DBMS. Instead, we are having queries. Queries means we want to ask DBMS that we want this type of data. Do you have that data with you or not? Right? So we are going to ask the queries to the database. The queries will be maximum 3 to 4 lines of query, and you will be getting the output from the database. So to fire that query, obviously first of all we need a database. Now to create the database, actually if it was an offline session 100%, then we are having Oracle software, Oracle DBMS installed here. The client software is installed in the lab, and there is an Oracle server installed in our main computer. Everyone will be logging in the client Oracle, and whatever they are going to create the data that will be stored in the server. Once the data is ready, then you can fire the query and you can get the data from the database. This is the normal scenario. But as it is hybrid session, some are here and some are at their home. So the intermediate solution is we are using internet cloud-based service of Oracle, that is Oracle Apex, which is going to give us the same feature. But the only thing is it is internet-based. It's stored in the cloud, not in our server. The things which we are going to use is not at Marwadi Institute. It is somewhere in the cloud of Oracle, and we are going to get the access of the cloud. And after having the access, we can do our a database and we can fire the queries. Clear? So, to get, first of all, before understanding the Oracle or before understanding the concept in database, we are supposed to create the account in Oracle Apex. So, Oracle Apex, for creating the account, it's not a rocket science, it's just a matter of few clicks, but you have to be very cautious while creating your account. Right? So, I'm giving you, everyone please understand it very, very carefully. I don't mind repeating it 5 times, but everyone, by end of this lab, I want everyone to have an account in Oracle Apex, because then and then only you can fire the query next time when we meet in the lab session. Fine. So let me present my screen and show you the steps how to create the Oracle account. I just want to get the acknowledgement from the online students. Am I properly audible, and is my screen visible to everyone? Okay, thank you, Isha. If okay, Dharmik, fine, great. Now, I hope you all are ready and concentrate here in the steps to have a smooth creation of your Oracle Apex account. Now, I'm going in your Google. In your Google, just type Oracle Apex. Oracle Apex, you will be having the first link, apex.oracle.com. Now I'm copy pasting this link for the online students so that they can directly go here. So this is the link, Oracle Apex official website. You can go here, and this is the home page of Oracle Apex. Now, right now we do not have any account with us, right? So first of all, we need to create an account. To create an account, we will be going into sign in. We will be going into sign in. Now, my account is already there, so I cannot register it with the same ID again. So what I am doing is, okay, fine. This is the place where you are supposed to use your credential and then do sign in. But we don't have the username and password right now with us. So what we will be doing? See, it's a cloud-based service. Any one of you have heard about cloud? Cloud is, if you want to just give it in a very, very simple term, cloud is, you can say, a remote server. The server is not stored here. Server is stored somewhere else. We don't know the exact location also. We will be getting the rights to access the cloud. As I've already mentioned, Oracle is stored somewhere in the cloud. And what is a database actually? What is a database? Actually, it's a piece of memory. At the last level, we can say that database is nothing but a piece of memory where we are storing our content, right? So that piece of memory in the cloud, we say it as a workspace. Everybody has its own set of space of memory, and that is called individual workspace. So what we are doing to access that Oracle FX account, we are requesting Oracle to provide a piece of memory for us so that we can work on that memory. So we will be here. There is a link called request a workspace. So go to this link, request a workspace, and there will be the page which will demand your basic information. Now I have already my account with this, so I am taking. Let's create your account. What's your good name? Ria, right? Please be very careful in writing the things because it will be used it in future for login. Now what's your last name? Rupakara. Spelling clear? Okay. Now I'm just creating the account of Ria here. Now email ID. It is not mandatory to give the institute ID only. You can give your personal ID as well. But as we are using it for our official purpose, let us give Marwadi ID and D. So what's your Ria dot Rupa Para 17729. Just check it. At the rate Marwadi education.edu.in. So ria.rupapara17729 at the rate marwadieducation.edu.in. This will be your user ID, and in this email ID you will be getting a link for confirmation. So please be very careful in writing in the entire email ID. Now next comes the workspace. Now see, it may possible that for the same person, for same individual, you are requesting more than one workspace. So how to identify all the unique workspace in the cloud, right? So the Oracle says that you give a name to your workspace which you can remember. This name you can give anything. Let's give a meaningful name, but this can be anything. But make sure to remember this name because when you do sign in, you need the name of this workspace, right? So always give meaningful and easy name which you can remember forever. If you cannot remember, write it somewhere because every time we will be doing login, we will be using the same workspace. I'll be giving you the reason why same workspace we are going to use. Fine. So right now, according to me, your workspace should be something like this, Ria DB. Or whatever you want, you keep. If you can remember, just tell me Ria. What do you want to keep? Ria DB. Right, Ria DB. That means this is the name of the workspace you will be using while signing in. Please do remember this. Now, country. India. You are using it for personal learning, so we'll be writing personal. Here comes the next button. Just go to next. Now, if Oracle is just asking you a few survey questions. Are you new to the Oracle Application Express? Yes. Do you plan to use this workspace for a university class or training? Yes. Just click yes in both the survey question. Here you have to write that why are you creating the workspace in Oracle. So we can just simply write learning DBMS or learning SQL or learning Oracle, whatever you want. Just give the reason and click on next. This is an agreement we are supposed to accept. So accept that agreement, click on next. And this will be the final details which you have entered. Just check it one more time. And once, if everything is correct, submit the request. Now once you submit the request, Oracle will grant the workspace to you, and within 5 to 10 minutes, you will be getting an email. So let us wait for the mail to come in Ria's inbox. Meanwhile, everyone should be creating the Oracle account FX till this point. So I'm giving 10 minutes to everyone. I'm here. You can ask me doubts if you have any regarding the creation of the account. But I want everyone. I'll be telling you to share the screen to confirm that yes, your account has been created. Because unless and until your account is not there with you, I cannot proceed further. Right? So I'm giving you 10 minutes. Just start creating your account, and I'm here if you want any help regarding this process. And tell me once your account is done. Mail will come within 5 to 10 minutes, not more than that. So wait for that much time. Okay, let's complete this. Ria got a mail. Right. So in your mail, they will say that your request has been accepted, and it will be saying that create workspace. There will be a green colored button which will be saying create workspace. So click on that create workspace. Are you in a meeting, Ria? Yes. So share your screen. Ria is sharing her screen so that everybody can see the process after creating the account. Yes. Go to the email. Go, go to the email. Right. So this is the email. This is the email from the Oracle. Once you submit the request for workspace, they will be telling you that your request has been accepted, and there will be a button called green color button where you will be clicking, that is create workspace. Till this process you have requested a workspace. Now Oracle has approved your request, and now you are actually creating your workspace. Fine. So let's wait for the home page of Oracle Apex again. So now again you will be redirected to Oracle Apex site, and workspace successfully created. It's already created. Now you have to do sign in, right? Go to continue to sign in screen. Continue to sign in. Okay, fine. Okay, Dharmik has already completed. Wait for a while, Dharmik. You will be getting a mail. After getting the mail, do this process which we are sharing from here. I'll be asking to each and every one of you that whether I'll be seeing the screen of each and every one of you, and it is not necessary to have laptop for this. You can even do it with the help of mobile. So I don't want any excuses that this has, madam ye problem hai, wo problem hai. ठीक है? This can be done with the help of mobile as well. I think there is a network problem. Okay, Dharmik, if you are getting the email, then it's great. Go to that email, there will be a create workspace there. So click on that, and you will be redirected to the Oracle account to do sign in, right? Same as this screen you will be getting after creating the workspace. Ria is having some network problems, so let us wait for a minute or two. Actually, both the email IDs I have already registered, so I don't have my third email ID through which I can show you the demonstration. That's why I'm waiting. Okay. Fine. Yes, now I think it is working. Okay, creating. Dharmik, have you done? Dharmik, if you can share your screen. Great, great. So, if you can share your screen so that people can understand the actual process. Ria is having some network issues, so she is not able to do the signing process. Can you do it, Dharmik? You can unmute yourself. Yeah, okay. Yes, your screen is visible, Dharmik. Yes, yes, yes. This you are at the correct place now. So let me just correct. Now where you have to go? Now where you have to go? In the second button, the top line in the second button that is written SQL workshop. So go there, SQL workshop. The green colored icon, SQL workshop. There are four icons: blue, green, yellow, and red. The yes, second one, correct. So go to that SQL workshop now. Uh, See, Oracle Apex gives you so many features. You can even launch your live website with the help of Oracle Apex, because every website needs a database, right? So you can also create a live database with Oracle Apex. But that's the advanced thing. Right now we are learning the basics of DBMS. So we'll be only going to SQL workshop, and in that there will be second option here also, SQL commands. SQL commands. Second option. Yes, correct. So you have to go there in the SQL command, and this is the screen where we will be interacting, where we will be firing the query, and we will be creating the database and manipulating the database, and everything we will be doing it here in this screen. So thank you, Dharmik, for sharing the screen. Now I will be showing you the process. I'll be showing you the process. You can unshare your screen now. You can unshare your screen. Right. Thank you. Let me share my screen. So after requesting the workspace, you'll be getting an email. In that it will be written create workspace. And once you create the workspace successfully, it will tell you to sign in. Now when you do sign in, it will ask for a password too, because till now we haven't entered a password, right, while creating the workspace. Once you do sign in, new password you are supposed to enter, and then you can log in. Now once everything is there, suppose you are opening the fresh Apex application, you need three things. First is the workspace which you have created, so the name of the workspace, then your email ID which you have registered, and the password which you have entered. Once it is there, once you enter it, just click on sign in. Just click on sign in. This is the dashboard of Oracle Apex. This is the place where you can create your database for live application. But right now we are not doing it. You are supposed to go to, just a second. You are supposed to go to here, SQL workshop, right? Because we are learning SQL. So click on this SQL. Now again, there are multiple things here. Basically, we will be dealing with this SQL commands only. If time permits, I will also show you how to do SQL script. This SQL script is not in your syllabus, but it's a good thing to understand and learn it. So I'll be showing you if time permits. But we will be mostly doing SQL commands. Once you are in this page, just click on SQL commands, And yes, this is the place where we'll be interacting. Fine, let me just give you a very brief idea about there are so many things here, but initially, the things which you should know. In this place, in this black colored space, we will be writing our query. Once query is written, we will be executing this run button. Once you run the query, if the query is syntactically correct, right, it will show you the results here. So whatever is the result of the query, you will be getting it here. Correct? So this three is the basic things you should know while creating your first query. Later on, as and when we'll be progressing in the lab, I will be showing you the different features we can use it from here. Clear with this? Here, online students, I am waiting for, again I am giving you 10 minutes. I want everyone to show me this screen. This screen I want from everyone's side. Right? I am waiting for 10 minutes so that everyone can complete it. And after 10 minutes, I need the acknowledgement of each and every one of you. Already I have mentioned that it is not necessary to have a laptop right now for creating the workspace. Through mobile also you can do. So I want to have this screen for each and every one of you. Fine, I am here. If you have any problem in this process, let me know. I'll be helping you. So after 10 minutes, I'll be asking you individually. Okay, Gaurang, great. Okay, Isha has done, Harsh has done, Gaurang has done. Everybody show me one by one, share your screen. Isha, share your screen. Yes, very good, very good. Great. Unshare it. Harsh, share your screen. See, right now it is okay. You are creating an account with mobile. That's okay. But from next time onwards, you have to use laptop because it will be very difficult to write query here and see the actual result. Yes, Harsh. Okay, good. Gaurang, share your screen. Okay. Go to SQL workshop. Exact. This is You are supposed to go to SQL workshop. Second છે કરો green color નું જે છે icon ઈ કરો. Click. Yes. Correct. And in this SQL commands. Correct. Very good. Fine. So who is Gaurang has done? Prachi, share your screen. Yes, correct. Very good to know that everyone is getting the things right. Fine. Unshare your screen, Prachi. Gautam, share your screen. See, in DBMS lab, you have to work, and for every things we will be learning, I'll tell you to share your screen because this is not the subject which you remember for the semester and you can forget everything. Gautam, your screen is not visible. Gautam, we cannot see your screen. Unshare it. Meanwhile, yes, now it is visible. Correct. Good. Unshare it. Harshal, share your screen. Very good. Fine. Good. Forum. Forum, share your screen. Yes, your screen is visible. Correct. You are at the correct place. Fine. Good. Bhavya. Yes. Go to SQL commands. Sorry, SQL workshop. Right. And in this, go to SQL commands. Fine. SQL commands. Second. Correct. Pradeep. Yes. Good. Fine. So how many of Archana? I want to see your screen. Gulam. Here, share your screen. Palna Raja, I want to see your screen. Prince and Shreyas. You all are left to show me the Show me your account. Okay, here, yes, correct. Prince, Shreyas, yes, fine. Palna Raja, correct. Okay, Archana, fine. Palna Raja, so Palna Raja, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so
Ma'am,
what's
just
your
a second. It's taking time due to network issue.
okay, no problem. So just let me know once you are ready with the account. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Gulam, only Gulam is left now. Gulam, can you hear me? If you cannot unmute yourself, write it in the chat box. Okay, fine. So majority of you have successfully created the workspace in Oracle Apex. Palana will be just updating me once she is ready with the workspace. After this creating workspace, let me share my screen and let me tell you now what we are supposed to do. Now let's start. Let's be ready to fire our first query. But before firing the query, I want to give you a little bit idea about the database. So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes,
If you,
ma'am.
okay. So what we are doing is, see, we have a memory given by Oracle. The memory is ready with us. Now what we are doing, see, the first step is what? Now this lab steps which we are writing, that is for Oracle Apex only, not for usual practice of offline learning, right? So Oracle Apex workspace. Everyone is ready with this. Now, now second step, whenever you are doing any database operations or any query, your first step is to create. In today's lecture, we will be learning the fundamentals of DBMS. At that time, it will be much more clear to you. But just for time being, just remember that after having a memory, you need a database. Now, what is database? We are going to learn it in the lecture. But database is, right now you can remember, it is a collection. It is collection of something. Now, what is that something? Now, in first session, we have understood that we say suppose you are having a word file. In that word file, you are going to enter the data in some random manner. If I say that create the database or create the entries for students, everyone will be following the different structure, right? Because it is unstructured way of storing the data. But if we say that, if I say that create it in Excel, everybody will be doing it in a tabular form, right? But Excel has its own limitation, and which are the limitation? We'll see it in the session. Excel has its own limitation. But Excel is giving you a very good idea of storing the data, that is in the form of a table. Clear? So what database does is it stores the data in the form of tables. What is a table? Yes, it is a 2D matrix with rows and columns. So here the database is nothing but it's a collection of tables. And tables are what? The container to store the data. If you are storing the data in unorganized manner, it will be very difficult to retrieve it according to the requirement. So database gives us a facility to store it in an organized structure format so that it is easy for us to retrieve it in future. So collection is in detail, we'll see it in the lecture, but time being let us understand it's a collection of tables, right? So we need to create the database first to store the table, and inside table we'll be putting it our data. Clear? But in Oracle Apex, this database is already created for you. If it is normal Oracle client and server, you have to create a database and then you can create a table. But as it is Oracle Apex, already database is done for you. Your first job is to start with working with tables only. Am I clear? Your workspace which you have created itself is a database. Fine. So here it is automatically created. Automatically created, and which is actually your database? Your workspace is your database. Next thing is what? Once my database is ready, next thing is what? I need to create a table, right? I need to create a table, and then what we can do? Once the table is ready, what is the next process? Correct. I need to insert data. That is, I need to create a data and store it in the table. So I'll be inserting the data, and then what will be the last step? Once the data is yeah, sorry for the inconvenience, students. Can anyone tell me at which point of time I just got disconnected?
On the fifth point.
Okay, okay, fine. I hope my screen is visible. Now, these 4 steps we have discussed. And fifth point is once the data is ready with us, we are going to manipulate the data according to our need. Right? So these are the basic 5 steps. Just a second. Somehow the net got connected. I need to write it again. Anyone if any facing any doubt, just let me know. So fifth step is manipulate the data, inserted data. Now step number one and step number 2 is already done for all of us, and we are in the third step where we are supposed to create a table. And as we know that table is nothing but it's 2D matrix having rows and columns. Fine. Now, before going to the creation of table, just let me know that anywhere I want to store the data. You all are aware with C programming language. So let's say I want to store the data. So how I can store the data? Which is the most basic way to store the data? I want to store 5 number or 10 number. Where I will be storing? In a variable. Most basic is what? In a variable I'll be storing. Now can you write just a is equal to 10? Or first of all I have to define the type of a, integer a, and then I can write integer a is equal to 10. Yes or no? So tell me what is a data type? No, that's fine. But what is a data type? What is the purpose of data type? The purpose of data type is to just clarify to the compiler that this variable a is going to store integer values only. That means a is permitted to store integer values only. Yes or no? It's a value which is permissible to be stored. That is a data type. Okay. Now, table is a kind of a data structure, or you can say it's a structure only to store a data. But to store a data, I need to, just a second, student. Okay, fine. Uh, to store the data into table, again I need to mention in the table that I am going to store this data. Yes or no? Because we know that how many types of data are there? We have discussed in lecture 1, right? It is not only the text data. There is a data which is image, just a second. Yes. Sorry for the inconvenience. Right. Now, what's the matrix? Where we were? In table. Right. In data type. So if I want to store something in table, I again need to put it in the table. While creating a table, I have to mention that I am going to store these many data or this type of data. Because data can be of any type. It can be integer, it can be string, it can be an image, it can be an audio file, it can be a video file, anything. In today's session, we will surely discuss on different types of data as well. So uh, it can be any, right? So while creating a table, we have to mention one thing. What is that? The type of the data I want to store. Now, as we have already discussed, the table is nothing but 2D matrix. Now, if it is a 2D matrix, let me draw it here. If it is a 2D matrix, something like this. This is different. These are different columns, and this is what this is rows, right? And here you will be having column header C1, C2, C3, and C4, right? Corresponding to this column, you will be inserting rows here. Fine. So this is what a table structure. So along with the data type, let's consider this C1. What two things I need for this C1? First of all, I need data type. That what this C1 is of. C1 is going to store which type of data. What other thing I need? Name of the column. I say integer. Now I need variable name, right? I cannot store integer and then say 10. I need, because it is a piece of memory, we cannot, what is memory? How memory is identified? How memory is identified? With a hexadecimal address, right? And it is not possible for a human being to remember all the hexadecimal address. So what is easy for us? Let's give a name to our memory. So giving a name to memory, let's say C1, along with this data type, I also need name of the column. Agreed? Name and data type. So this is true for each and every column in my table. Anything else I need? Okay, no, we are just creating a table. We are not doing anything. We are not inserting the data as of now. So while creating the table, can anybody say that is anything missing? How much?
Numbers of columns and
Okay, fine. One thing. See, do you know about malloc? What is malloc?
dynamic memory.
Dynamic memory allocation. What is normal array?
Memory element.
Group of elements with similar data type, right? Now in that array, if you say integer a is equal to 10, that means the size of that array is fixed. You cannot insert more than 10 elements in that array. But what about malloc? You can, at any point of time, you can increase the amount of memory dynamically in that particular data structure, right? So here in the table we need not to specify the size initially, that how many rows will be there in the table. You just create an empty table. As and when you need, you can insert the data in the table. It will be automatically growing for you. You need not to mention how many rows you are going to store. Your job is to just insert it. The table will automatically adjust itself with the size. Fine. So number of rows we are not concerned. Tell me anything else is missing. One you have correctly pointed, number of columns that I need, because that defines the structure of the table, how much data I am going to store, which type of data, and in which columns I am going to store. So number of columns, that's correct. We should keep in mind while creating a table. Fine. Anything else? One very obvious thing you are missing out. You all are missing. Yes, online student can unmute yourself and answer me as I'm sharing my screen. It is not possible for me to go in the chat. Is anyone replying? So chat ma go. You can unmute, guys. Online student can unmute and answer. What one obvious thing you all are missing? Think for a minute. Think for a minute. I want a response, guys. This is lab. This is a lab. This is not a lecture where you can have one-way communication is okay. This is a lab session. This should be interactive.
Inserting data.
No. Forget about inserting data. Just you take care about the structure of the table. We are not concerned with the data right now. We are in the third step, creating the table. In this step, anything is missing here. जब मैं बोलूंगी ना तब आप बोलोगे तो या मैम वी जस्ट मिस्ड आउट। जैसे हमने कॉलम को नेम दिया, डेटा टाइप दिया, is it necessary to give the name to our table as well?
Yes.
Obviously, because you will not be having single table in your database. You will be having multiple tables in your database, and inside that table, one table will be having multiple columns. So it is also necessary to uniquely identify each and every table in the database. So which 3 things we need, rather 4 things. First of all, what we need? Name of the table. First obvious thing is name of a table. Then when I say it is a table, it will be having minimum 1 column. Otherwise, if there is no column, how table can be created, right? So you will be having column name and column type. These 3 I need while creating a table. And in the back of your mind, you should know the total number of columns you want to put. While creating the table, we will not put the number that I want to create 5 columns. We will be just giving the name of the column and its type. Automatically, your Oracle will calculate how many columns are there. Right? So we are, but yes, you should keep in mind how many columns you want to create. Am I clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Rows we will see. That comes under the 4th point. While we'll be inserting the data. When you insert one data corresponding to column name and column type, your first row will be inserted. That for this also what I told that we don't have a program. We will be having a query. So we'll be firing the query for create table. We will be firing the query for inserting the data. When you fire your first query to insert the data, first row is created. You fire second query, second row inserted. Fine. Is there any doubt so far? Anyone? Please think for 30 seconds and let me know. These are fundamental things. In the company interview or in Viva, nobody expects to create an app in 30 minutes. They only expect that you should be clear with your fundamentals. What is a table? How to create a table? What are the points to be keep in mind while creating a table? Right now, what we are learning is the most basic structure of creating a table. As and when we'll be progressing, still we need to think so many criteria while creating a table. But initially, when you are a beginner, these fundamental things are enough to learn. Am I clear? Shall I proceed? Shall I proceed? Acknowledge. Online
Yes,
student especially. Yes, I want the response from everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so shall we? Okay, great. Shall we fire our first query now? Okay. So as I have already mentioned that you are supposed to work with this area. Right? You are supposed to work with this area. So let us first of all understand that for what you are supposed to create a table. Okay, now we understood the table has columns and rows. Now while creating, we are only considering the columns, not the rows. Now what are actually columns in table? What are actually columns in table? Columns are the attributes, characteristics, properties, whatever you say, of the entity. For example, I say student. What are the properties of a student? What are the characteristics of a student? Yes, very good. the name of the student, then very good, roll number of the student, then you can say age of the student, date of birth, mobile number, address. These are the properties associated with student, right? Similarly, if I say person, again you have name, mobile number, age, gender, date of birth, qualification, right? Let's say faculty. Faculty, you can say employee ID, then designation, department, salary, date of joining, address, mobile number. Yes or no? These are the characteristics of something, right? Let's say I'm putting an order. There is an inventory management system. There is a company or there is a factory who is manufacturing something, and let's say you all are using some Flipkart and Amazon and everything, right? So when you place an order, they maintain some history, right? When you do order, you will be getting a unique order ID, the name of the item, price of the item, status of the order, whether it is shipped, whether it is dispatched, whether it is they are preparing, whatever. So these are the properties of an order, right? So whatever thing, it can be a non-living thing, it can be a living thing, but for any entity to which you can associate different properties or characteristics, that can be the column names. Am I clear, everyone?
Yes.
When I say a bank account, what are the properties tell? Bank account will be
Type.
bank account type, account holder name, first holder, second holder, nominee, account creation, the type of account. Clear? If I say a transaction, you all are doing bank transaction, right? Withdrawing, depositing. What can be the property of a transaction? Transaction unique number, then type of transaction, yes, type of transaction, the account number associated with transaction, right? So these are the bank name, bank branch, ATM, whatever transaction you are doing. So this is called similarly loan. See, I'm using this example because you all are familiar with these terms. Loan,
Personal loan.
type of loan, loan ID associated with which account, the
Interest.
person, interest, yes, very good, rate of interest. So these all are properties of loan entity. So the column names will be the properties of the entity, and the entity will be the table name. Yes or no? To which I am describing the property. So if I say name, age, gender, so and so, that means I am describing what? Person or a student, right? So your entity will be student, table name will be student or person. Based on the application, अगर आप यूनिवर्सिटी का बना रहे हो तो the entity will be student. आप कोई एम्प्लॉय मैनेजमेंट का बना रहे हो तो एंटिटी विल बी इधर एम्प्लॉय और टीचिंग स्टाफ, नॉन टीचिंग स्टाफ, एडमिन स्टाफ, लाइक दिस. So based on your application, you will be giving the name to the entity, that is table name, and you will be providing the name of the columns. Okay? Shall I proceed, online students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is the first lab, so I'm just giving the sample query here. In the next lab section, we will be starting with the first query with the general syntax. Right now you don't know general syntax. I just want to give you the example how to use this Oracle FX account. That's why I'm firing the direct query. From next lab onwards, we will be learning the general syntax, and then we'll be proceeding to the next actual query. Do remember, guys, this is not the complete query. This is the most basic query we are learning. In this also we'll be refining so many types to make it much more better as and when we'll be progressing in the session. Now, it is a query. Now, query is, we have mentioned, I think I have mentioned in lecture, SQL. What is that? What is that? Anyone? SQL. Do you remember SQL? Structured query language, correct. So structured query language, see, structured means ordered, or I can say in a proper format. Right? You write a C program in a proper structure. You cannot write, everyone cannot have its own structure. you have to follow standards and syntaxes. So it's a structure, you are supposed to follow some standard rules or formation of query. Then comes query. And languages, what is a language? A medium of communication. Medium of communication between us and our database. Right? So, and as it is structured thing, we are supposed to follow a proper structure, proper syntax, proper keywords. Fine? So the keyword to create table or the keyword to create anything in database is itself create. Create is the keyword which we'll be using to create something in database. Along with the table, we can also create so many things that we will understand it later on. But let's remember, create keyword, with the help of create, we are creating something. Okay. So create, what we want to create? Table. Because with the help of create, we can create so many things. Right now we want to create table. So again I have to write create table. Okay? Create table. Now what first thing I need to create a table? Table name. Right? So I have to specify table name. As you can see it here, these two are keywords. That is, the color is red. Means the keyword will be having different color. So by this also, if you do spelling mistake, it will not be red. It will give you error. Right? Create table. Now let's say I am creating the table called student. Student, is it a keyword? Student is a keyword or not? What is a keyword? Reserved by that language. Is it a keyword? No, it is user defined word. So it will be in white. Right? Create table student. Now you have to write, what you have to write? Mention two things. Name of the column and data type. So inside bracket, round bracket, you will be doing round bracket. All the columns you will be writing inside this round bracket. So let's say roll number is my first column. Column name is roll number. Now what you need to do? You need to tell that roll number will have which type of data. Right? Now roll number will be having which type of data? Numbers only. Right? So to specify the data type, do one space, write integer. Integer is the data type used for storing numbers. Fine. So roll number int. Right? First column is done. Now do comma. Next is say name. Say S name or student name. S name. Again it is a user defined name. What we have to do? Space and data type. Now student name will be integer? No, it is a character, right? String. Now in C, if you want to store string, then what you are supposed to do? Character array. अब C में character array बनाते हो to store the string. In higher level programming language, C is middle level. Now it is middle level programming language. But in higher level programming language like Java, .NET, Python and everything, we have a special data type called string. Directly, we need not to create an array for the same. Similarly, in Oracle also, the data type to store the string variables are varchar and varchar2. What is the difference? We'll see later on. So there is a name word called varchar and 2, variable character. Because the size, and as it is a variable character, we are supposed to mention the size of it. How much long string we are supposed to store. Let's say my student name maximum length will be 10 characters long, maximum, right? This is actually user defined based on your requirement. If it is address, then it cannot fit into 10 characters, right? You have to make it longer, 100 characters, 200 characters. So based on your requirement, you can define the size. Now next, let's say I'm having only two columns, or let us have roll number, name and semester, right? Again semester, it depends on you whether you want to write 1 2 3 4 5 6 or you want to write first, second, third, right? It is totally a design constraint, how which type you want. Let's say I want 1 2 3 4 5 6, so I'll be putting integer. Any clear, any doubts so far, guys? Online student, This is the most basic way of creating a table. Shall
No
I
doubts,
proceed?
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Any other? I want other response also. Others, please respond. Great. Palna, now is your Oracle account done? Great, great. Palna, is your Oracle account done? I hope I'm
Yes,
pronouncing
ma'am.
your name correctly.
I'm
Palna,
done.
right?
Palna.
Okay, Palna, sorry. So Palna, fine. Great. So this is done. Our table structure is decided. Right? Then as you are ending every statement in C with semicolon, you are supposed to end every query with semicolon. Once your query gets ready, now internally what things are going on, that we will be understanding it in the lecture session. So once it is ready, query, you are supposed to run. Once you do run, what will happen? Query will be processed, and here you will be getting the message called table created. Clear? If the query is written correctly, then it will be giving you the message table created. Am I clear, everyone? You can
Yes,
see
ma'am.
you can see the tables, how many tables you are having. Right now we have only one table, but if you want to see how many tables are there, you can go here in this button, you can click this button called find tables, and all the tables which you have created will be listed over here. Right, I have created other table also. This is a default table coming with Oracle FX. We are not going to use it. These are the table I have created for other batches. For your batch I have created a table called student. Clear? So here you will be getting the number of tables you are having, so that in future when you have multiple tables, you want to see that how many tables are with me, how many tables I have created. You can see it from here. Right? The last thing for today from my side is I want to show. Now, okay, for a technical person like us, we can understand that this is a query, create query, and this is the column and type and everything, right? But let me for a normal layman, it is not possible to read this and understand what it is, right? So there is a query called DESC. DESC stands for describe. You can write describe or DESC, right? You write DESC and the name of the table you want to describe. What is the name? Student. Done. And when you do semicolon and run, you can see it comes into describe section and it is showing you the table in the form of actual table format. Right, where you are having name of the table, 3 columns with the data type. Here you can see we have mentioned size 10. In integer it is not mandatory for us to define the size, that how much long integer we are going to store. Just in integer it will take the default size. For varchar2 it is compulsory to mention the size. We have mentioned size as 10. Now there are different constraints we can put on the table, but we are not learning it right now. What is the scale? If it is a floating point number, you have a decimal part and a fraction part, right? So what is the precision of that? How many digits after point you need? Right now it is 0. Primary key, nullable, everything we will be learning it later. But you should be knowing these 3 things right now. Name of the column, data type and length. Done? Any doubt? So we studied 2 basic queries for creating the table and describing the table. Once all these tables will be ready with us, then we can start inserting the rows, that is our actual data inside the table. Then we will be writing like this: roll number 1, name Ria, semester 3. Then roll number 2, what's your good name? Dipesh. Roll number 2, Dipesh, semester 3. What about you? Deep. So roll number 3, Deep and semester 3. What's your good name? So roll number 4, Aditya and semester 3. right? Roll number 5, Palna and semester 3. So these are our actual data. And as and when will we start inserting, it will automatically grow. The table will grow for us. We need not to, we are not concerned about the size of the rows. Is it clear, everyone? Especially online students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so I'm giving you the time you are supposed to perform this two query. Yes, one more thing I want to tell you, that here in the history section, there is a history section here. You go to the history and you can find the queries which you have performed. So later on, if you need to do any modification or if you want to just record that how much work I have done, or in this will especially will be helpful in creating the lab manual. Right? You'll be having a question, you'll be filing different queries, and then you have to write the answer of each and every question. So at that time, you can check the history and you can get the exact query. Fine. So history is also important. Right now, this much is here. You can see your database is already created with the workspace. So we are not creating a database, right? I have already told you that it is creating for us. Okay. So far, this is only needed for you. Okay, so once just I'm giving you 10-15 minutes time, you just perform these two queries, and if you have any problem, you can tell me. Let me give you one syntax which is having error. For example, you are not writing the correct name, correct keyword. Let's say I'm not writing correct keyword. Okay, what I'll be doing now? Sorry, when I run, it is going to give me an error, something like this. Now, once you will be familiar with the Oracle, you will understand the type of query and what is the description and how to resolve that. But right now it says invalid SQL statement. Fine. So if you write your create a word wrong or table misspell, then it's something it will be giving you query. Right? If you don't say, suppose I am writing this correctly, but I don't have a table with this. I don't have a table, right? So let us see what is the output. Object to be described could not be found. I am describing this, but I don't have a table with this name. So it will give you the error. As and when you will be practicing, you will understand the error as well and how to solve it. Fine. So create this two query. In this 30 minutes, I want to see the output of each and every one of you. Next time, we will be starting with our actual practical and we'll be learning the general syntax of create query. Then we'll practice the create query and then we'll be creating the actual table which we are supposed to use it in the entire lab, further labs. And why it is important, the same workspace, I told you I will justify myself. Whatever you will be doing, that will be in this workspace. So if you maintain the history, see now if I do log out, you can say, let me go to the home page. Let me go to the home page here. Can you see I have 4 tables right now? Which are the tables? These are 4 tables, right? Now I'm logging out. I'm doing sign out. Again, I'm signing in. You can see my table persists. If you create another workspace, that table will not be available here, right? So again, if you come to next lab, you have to again create the table in that workspace and then you have to fire the queries. Because to fire any type of query, you need your table ready with all the data inserted. और चलो एक क्रिएट टेबल की क्वेरी फायर कर दी और कर दिया, चलो टेबल तो दूसरे वर्कस्पेस में भी कर दिया, लेकिन व्हाट अबाउट द डेटा? Again, you need to insert each and every data in that table. So it's a tedious job. So it is very essential to use the same every time. You are not going to create new workspace every time. Use the same workspace, and that's why I told remember the name of the workspace. Fine. Okay. Just do it and let me know wherever you are stuck, so that I can help. So next time I don't waste time in explaining these all things. I'll be just starting with the syntax of create. You can do it. Do check karo tamara thai gyu. Do update me once you perform this to query, guys. And one more thing I want to say to everyone, that whenever I am showing something, demonstrating something, or when I am explaining, whether you are online or offline, you are not supposed to do any work. Just concentrate here. I will be giving you enough time to perform all the activities that you should keep in mind. Don't do any kind of job while we are discussing. I am demonstrating something, because if you miss something, you will stuck somewhere and the things will not be done properly at your end. So I want 100% concentration while we are discussing something. I'm here to help you. Just let me know what I can do from you from here. I'm just showing you the query. Yes. Username? So I'm a past student of that. अच्छा सोनिक वॉल में just update me guys once you are ready with both the. Again I want to see the output from every. And next time, make sure you are having laptops with you, or you can come here in the college and do practice. Because in mobile it is not convenient for me as well as for you.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Is it done, everyone? Online students, are you getting it? How many of you have created the table successfully? Good here. How many of you have created the table successfully? Great, Shreyas. Very good. Very good, Gaurang. Good forum. Let's wait for others too. And once you have created the table success, please, this is a sample table. Huh? This table we are not going to use it. Just to make you aware regarding the query and how to work with SQL and Apex Oracle. That's why this is the table we have created. We do remember the keywords, guys. What you have to do, you have to keep in mind. You want to insert the data, keyword will be insert. If you want to create a data, the keyword will be create. If you want to update the data, the keyword will be update. If you want to delete the data, keyword will be delete. So be sure what you are going to do. Please create table. Then what is the first thing? What is the first step we are supposed to remember? Yes. So give space and give the name of the table. See, this space means as it's sensitive, like this. If you write capital small, there will be no problem. What will you say? Are written correctly. See, name, don't use name. Name is a reserved word for SQL. Give S name or P name or something. Comma करी. अच्छा, तुम्हारी M space आपके हैं, तो space allowed नहीं. Variable में space allowed है. Variable करो, तो space allowed नहीं. तुम्हारा day word में भेजा हुआ है, I can use underscore. You can use underscore student underscore name. That is possible. See, you cannot use space in your variable name. In C also it is not allowed. Like if I want to create a variable name as first number, then I cannot use two words, first space number. If I want to merge two words, I have to use underscore in between. So first underscore number. Similarly, here also if you want to merge two words, use underscore. Student underscore name. Roll underscore number, like that. Okay, Dharmik. What about describe query? Online students, have you completed with the describe query? Good, Gaurav. Next time when we will meet, right now all are doing, and we don't have enough time to see each and everyone's screen. But next time when we will meeting, I will be asking everyone to show their screen first to see this two query in their history. And then I will proceed with the actual content of the lab. Very good, Dharmik. Very good. Next time, make sure you are having laptop with you, or you can come here in the college to work on. Okay? When you are using an integer number, it is not mandatory to specify the size. But when you are using a bracket, it is mandatory to give the size. So according to your requirement, you can give the variable size, that is 10, 20, 50, based on the value it will store. Next time, I'm repeating myself, next time I will be seeing both the queries in your history. I have already told you that there is a history section in your Apex account. I need that history. You can create 2-3 sample tables more for better understanding. See, I prefer if you have laptop with you, you can bring that laptop here and do it because they have that you are having, this is the internet based. And if you are using laptop, do register your laptop here so that you can get the Wi-Fi. Oh, next time I will get out. બધા મને દરેક જાતની જરૂર પડશે પણ આ જેમ જગ્યાએ તમે recover કરો ક્યાંક તમારું મેથ રજીસ્ટર કરી દો ત્યાં સુધી કોલેજ બી તમે નહીં વાપરી હોટસ્પોટમાં તમારું મોબાઈલ પણ કોલેજનું વર્ષે તમારું મેથ રજીસ્ટર કરો જગ્યાએ મેથ Happy to know that many of you are successfully creating the table as well as you can describe the table as well. So, remember the name of the workspace. એટલે 10 મિનિટ પહેલા કરેલી વર્કસ્પેસ ભૂલી જવાય છે. ટેબલ ક્રિએટ થઈ ગયું હતું હજી તમારું ફોર્મ નથી લખી દેવું મેનુ વાળા કરો Riya will help you. आदित्य आपका हो गया? आप यहाँ इसका दीप का हो गया नितेश का फिर यहाँ पे एक बार प्रैक्टिस करना ठीक है add it here. These type of queries, we will be using it frequently. So remember the syntax of each and every query we are learning. Create table, table name, then set of columns with along with the data type and size. Describe table name. Describe के बाद keyword table नहीं लिखना. Describe के बाद directly table name लिखना है. ठीक है? So remember the query, remember its structure, remember the keywords. And if I also insist that if you are here or at home, make a note of queries which we are learning so that you can remember in your own way. Let me take the attendance. Yes, attend your roll calls, everyone. I'm speaking up your names. If you are present, write P, those who are online. Isha. And one more thing, next time, as I've already told you, next time I want these two queries in your history. So all of you will be ready with the laptops, your workspace, your home screen, and both the queries. Deepesh, present. Riya, present. Pradeep, okay. Gulam. Gulam, I have spoken your name 4 or 5 times. Where were you? You have not, I will not be going to give your attendance. When I'm asking, you are not replying me either in chat box or you are unmuting yourself. You are supposed to answer me. See guys, don't compel me to be the strict one with you. You can have told me earlier also, right? Prince, Forum, Harshal, Archana. Prince, Forum, Harshal, Archana. Prachi, Bhakti, Harsh, Hetvi. Hiya Gautam Deep. Om Gaurang Shreyas Dharmik. Om, where were you? You have joined late. Unmute yourself and answer. Where were you? Urva, Bhavya, Palna, and Aditya. Okay. That's it from my side, guys. Wish you a very happy day. Take care and see you in the lecture. Don't forget to be ready with your both the queries in Oracle Apex account. Thank you very much for joining. Wish you a very happy day. Take care. Bye for now. You can leave the meeting.
Hello.